Hope you're doing good. Micah back with another video. Back here to talk about the Galaxy S25. As you guys have been probably noticing, I have been thoroughly enjoying being back in the flagship space. But this video in particular, we're talking about my setup for my Galaxy S25. And I'm glad that Samsung has been consistently updating Good Lock to really get the most out of our phones, because that's what I've used to be able to get a lot of this functionality out of my phone. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys ignite the like button, subscribe to the channel, the notification bell, it's all free. That way you don't miss a video, so you and I can sit back, check, see what's cracking. Now let's get into the video, and the first thing I want to start off with is, let me hit that, boom, that face unlock. I use Samsung's ability to rotate through wallpapers as my main wallpaper picker. So if I press and hold, ooh, so much faster. All right, hit wallpapers up here at the top. And if I hit gallery, you're gonna notice I can select items, not just a item, but items. So if I come in here, you see how I could choose many different things? You could choose up to 15. And so for me, I think I already have my allotted selection. But what you can also do is, and maybe I should have showed you guys that while I was in here, but if I select these three here and I hit, let's see, if I hit done, it's going to change things up. So what I think I can do is already edit what I currently have. So if I back out, I hit the items that I have. As you see, I have 11 items chosen. If I do this, it's sitting on my Hulk one, right? But if I click back in here, I can actually adjust each wallpaper according to what I want for that one. So then if I slip back here and I jump in here, I could readjust this one next as well. So every time the Samsung's or your lock screen pops up, each wallpaper is going to have its own fitted section. So that way you don't have to continue to adjust it. And then that helps you pick a good clock out and good pictures to go along with it. So once you make those tweaks and adjustments, everything flows smoothly. And so that's what I've done here with my lock screen wallpaper, is make those fine-tuned adjustments to my 11 different wallpapers, so that way I can actually enjoy using my phone. Now, here's something else that you see, face unlock. Come on now. Come on now. All right, sorry about that. The other thing you see that's being used down here at the bottom is Now Brief. I like Now Brief. Funny enough, I've actually taken it off my home screen, and that's because I don't click on it enough there. It actually makes more sense for me to click on it on the lock screen. And so as you see, it's your morning brief. They have an afternoon brief and like an evening/late night brief, and basically just details everything throughout the day, such as the weather, your energy levels, sleep. As you see, my score went up significantly because yesterday I barely got any sleep. And I'm a little surprised here that it said that I only got 5 hours. That makes absolutely no sense. But here I have activities today, such as work, the gym, create content, which is what I'm doing now. And all I have to do is swipe away, and it remains on the lock screen, which is nice. The widgets I'm using is just the battery widget and the calendar widget there. So that way I know what's coming up, next in terms of events that I need to pay attention to. And then as you see here, I have flashlight and my camera. Fast fingerprint sensor unlocks to the home screen. This is where it gets fun, right? Because Samsung, again, with Good Lock, has provided many, many new different tools to be able to adjust and customize your phone to your liking. Now, I don't know why my focus is freaking out, so I'm trying to gauge my distance here more appropriately. Here's what I've done with my home screen. And as you see, I only have 2 pages. Then I have Google Discovery. Or did I? Oh. So I haven't used Google Discovery in a while, so it must have tapped it out. As you see, now maybe swiping on the widgets wasn't helping either. When I swiped in the open space, you see it pulled over just fine. But this is Now Brief. I do still have it active. I just haven't used it probably in about a week or so, to be honest. And that's just because I've been going through. I'm not on I'm on my phone. I'm just not in the Discovery feed. Now, outside of that, and then here we go again with the weird, wonky focus phone. What I like is being able to use the weather widget, and now it details, if you guys can see there, the weather for a daily forecast. I like that a lot. And I like that in the corner it gives you your current weather as well. I like this weather widget a lot, which is why I use it. I use the Google search bar here at the bottom. I've actually kind of tweaked it and resized it, and I'll show you guys that here briefly. I use Samsung's clock widget, and I use Samsung's calendar widget for those as well, and I eliminate the backgrounds. And so if I press and hold, as you guys can see, if you go on the settings, I eliminate the background. If I wanted it, it'll be that, or it'll match my phone setting, or I can go light and dark. Then I can make it as transparent or not transparent as possible. This would probably work as well, right? If I hit save, now that's what it looks like. But because I've increased the size of it, it looks a little weird and not completely in tune with what I have going on. So I turn it back off, and now we're good. But I don't quite like the centering of it because it's in the way of the moon or this planet or star up here according to my wallpaper. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how to operate kind of the rest of this customization for the home screen. But before I do, calendar widget, just click on it, brings you into the calendar, into the day of your activities. Plain and simple. And this one, you can also adjust the background if you wanted to. And I use the folder here, Samsung's folder, and I have it enlarged. If I wanted to, I could shrink it back, but I'm not going to, which is a feature from One UI 7 that Samsung has implemented for our Galaxy devices. Very, very good there. And then I use glass widgets for my, or glass icons for my icons, which you can do within GoodLock. And this is where now we finally jump into GoodLock. So upon clicking it, and as you see, some apps have color still as part of their icons, and then other apps don't. And this is also whether you want to call it inconsistent or consistent. This is with Samsung's own icons as well. Some have color, some don't. So it's something that I clicked on the Galaxy Store. Is this something that you're going to have to work with? As you see here, perfect example, calculator and GoodLock have color, where Health, Galaxy Store do not. Gallery does. And then you have your Google apps that have color, but then some don't quite seem like they're fully embracing the glass icon, aesthetic. So hopefully that comes down the line later. So now, upon entering GoodLock, as it loads up, you're going to come in a theme park. And then once it loads up theme park, this is where it gets interesting. Now, I don't use a theme, right? I use icons. And as you see, I have it glass Mark II because I had to make some adjustments. And so if I want to, I could click in here and I could hit edit. Now, this is where it gets interesting because it's down here where you hit on effects. You don't have to worry about the shape unless you want to change the shape of your icons, but I don't mind the current look that we have. So this is what theme park is going to look like when you come into icons, but it's down there in effects. And once you click on effects, now this is where you can make fine-tune adjustments to the actual glass, so that way it makes sense as to how or what you want to have on display for the icon. You can, and of course you have different options. You have duotone, you have film grain, you have basic, and then here, this is where you could change the edging in terms of the lighting effect of the glass, the light, the angle, right? I guess this is kind of like how sharp or how much does the edge pop, right? And then the way the light reflects or refracts off of the icon, and then you can even change the color of the edging of the icon down here at the bottom. You can change the angle in where you see the edging of the glass icon. So you have a lot at your disposal here for your glass icon. So then that way you can really make, whoa, bring that back down to where it was. Now, and then this is where you kind of see what's going on there, right? It's popping from the back. I wish they kind of gave you your wallpaper so that way you can also see it there. I chose this kind of like more of a blue tone because initially I had it rocking with my Naruto, my yellow wallpaper that you guys may have briefly saw. But now that I have this other wallpaper, I might even change the icons and maybe reflect something different. And so, let's see. You could do icon color if you wanted to too, which is actually kind of cool. But I'm trying, now this is where it gets interesting because I can't remember. Oh, I think you just click on it. And now, if I want to, maybe I come over here and I change it to something like that. And so upon hitting OK, now you see it's kind of got that gold tint to it. And then if I hit save, it's going to ask for a new name, which is stupid because I don't know why it doesn't just overwrite the previous one. So I just changed it to Mark 3. It's saving it. So now I have 3. And then I come over here and click on this one to apply it. Once it applies, now as we back out, now that's what it looks like. And so to me, I think that gold kind of works relatively well. You know, it does make it look like the light shining from the activity in this wallpaper right there. So I find that to be very, very useful, very, very clean for this wallpaper. And I can always come in and change the color of that light refracting off of the icons by just jumping in the theme park. And so I like just making small, subtle adjustments to really help complete a look for your setup. That's just one angle of Good Lock that I use for this main attraction here. As you guys see, I limit icons up at the top. Not hard to do. If we actually come back in here, if we back out of theme park, I hate that theme park acts like its own app. Not fun. This is where I come in here and I come to QuickStar. Now QuickStar is where you could change your quick panel. You could restyle it. So right now I use the basic one. I think it looks just fine. But if I wanted to, I could come in here and actually give it a whole nother aesthetic. I don't know why they still use the same 5 or 6. Like they could at least change those up and give us something different. But it is what it is. Now I do like the blue one. Honestly, the blue one looks really good and clean, and honestly kind of matches with the vibe of my phone. So if I want to, I could just click on it and now it's active. And so now if I swipe down, boom, just like that, I have a new aesthetic. And it really does work with not just the icy blue nature of my phone, but my wallpaper as well. So you know what? I'm going to keep that. But that's not what I wanted to show you guys. The visibility of indicator icons. If I come in here, I can change what I want to be visible and not. So that's why you don't see no signal up at the top, because I have those eliminated. I do keep my alarm and volume up there just so I know what's going on with my volume. Right now my volume's on vibrate, so that lets me know it's there, so that way if I ever think I'm not getting notifications, I can adjust that there. I have my airplane mode, so that way I know if that accidentally kicks in, I know whether or not on Wi-Fi that's not a problem. So I have certain icons that I want to maintain in my notification panel. The rest of them I don't need. And then same with time. As you see, I don't have the clock widget up there. You could change the clock settings by hiding it or swapping it from left to right. So if I want to, I could put it on the left up there again, or I could put it on the right where it used to be, which honestly still doesn't look bad, but I also like it hidden to keep it clean up there. And then if you want to, you can show seconds, but this I believe really only works in the notification panel pull down. So if I turn that on, now turn that on, yeah, it only works once you pull it down, then you get the seconds. And so I think I'm gonna leave the seconds on. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I don't mind it being over there too. It's just like visually, I'm so used to now being on the left, both with Android's attempt to make changes and Apple devices. I'm so used to it over there that now it looks a little wonky. It's weird. I don't know. Maybe I want the clock a little more to the left and keep my battery widget in the corner. I think to me that probably would have looked more clean. But as of right now, I can hide it. It's not a big deal. Now, honestly, it still looks clean over here. I don't get a lot of notifications, so it doesn't hurt to have it there. But I think I'm gonna keep it hidden for now. Not a big deal. And as you guys can see or saw, you guys can also have your AM and PM, and you can show the date as well, kind of tablet style. And you can actually change how the date is displayed. So you could do Wednesday, August 13th. You could do 8/13. You could do August 13th. You could do 13th Wednesday. It's Wednesday. So you have options there as well if you did decide to use the date feature. But again, that's not what I wanted to bring you here for. See, there's a new feature in here that Samsung allows, and maybe I'll get into some of this other stuff as well, because it's kind of battery optimized oriented with some of these other features that I could talk about. The main feature that I wanted to really bring up, if I know where it's at, I believe it's in Home Up. If I click on Home Up has completely been overhauled in my opinion. But there's a feature down here It was down here. Oh, I think it's in home screen. I think I have to click in home screen. You see, they've completely overhauled it. You can even change adjuster settings if you wanted to. I don't do that. My task changer is the tilt stack, so that's what it looks like there. I don't mind it. If I wanted to, I think I could change it, but this makes more sense for the type of phone I have, so I'm fine with that. You have mini mode where they could turn into small little card stacks if you wanted to do that. You could center the current app. You could remove or add the app labels and icons within the search bar. Not concerned with none of that. Click on home screen. This feature right here, DIY home screen. This is where your customization goes. Power levels over 9,000. So once you turn it on, now you have the ability to move things around as freely as you want, size them as much as you want, overlap as much as you want, tilt them as much as you want. I'm going to demonstrate with my clock widget because it's slightly off centered. So I'm going to change that. So if I pinch in and I click on DIY home, now I have the ability to adjust everything that I want. And if I want to, I just click out of it, so that way I make sure I click out of it, because be careful. If you click on one and then you click on another one, it's going to link both of them. And now, if you make an adjustment to one, it's going to make the adjustment on the other one. So you don't want to do that. So you want to click on one and then make the adjustment. So for me, I think it makes more sense to be right there, because now it's out of the way of the wallpaper, so I can more clearly see the time for the widget. And if I want to, I can make it bigger. So maybe I take this corner, or maybe I take this corner, and you see I can make it almost as big because it's off the screen, right? But I can make it big. I could tilt it if I wanted to, right? But I don't want to. So let's make sure I'm where I want it to be. Boom. So now it's got good size, and I have it just outside of that to give it more of a clean look. If I want to, I could bring it down a little bit more. Not a big deal, but that's what I want to do there. And if you want to, you can come down here, and if you have certain widgets overlapping, you can actually change the order, so you can move one up or move it down. So you can make adjustments there, and I believe that's the sticker button right there on the far left. It is a sticker button. So if I wanted to add a sticker, all I have to do is click on this, and then I can actually add a sticker somewhere on here. So if I wanted to add something up here that would be kind of cool as a sticker, maybe I get a new logo for the channel, I could put it up there if I wanted to, right? So I can make those type of adjustments with DIY home. And then when I'm done, I click back out of it, and now everything's set. That's the power of Samsung Good Lock home screen, DIY home screen. Samsung has been at work giving us different types of customization tools to allow us to be able to make our phones the way we want to. And that's something that I definitely appreciate from them, because it differentiates our phones from each other. Our phones will never look alike because of these tools that we have. And so I'm glad I could take advantage of these tools for my Galaxy device to make each device I have that much more different. And these features are that much more fun using on foldables and flips because of the extra real estate that you have when it comes to your displays and what you can finesse, essentially. So let me know down in the comment section below, have you guys ever used Good Lock before? Are you tempted or interested in using it now after watching this video? The comment section is open for discussion. But again, as always, you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. It's all free. That way you know our videos. So you and I can sit back, check, see what's cracking. And don't forget that super thanks button down about a like and dislike button. Cash out your PayPal, and check the channel out for all the videos available to you. That's where to keep tech fresh and alive on this channel. With your man Micah signing out. Until the next video, wait for it.